Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade 3 math. You can find all the lessons on ablastudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab, scroll down to grade 3 and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find the list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter estimation and rounding. And the lessons we're going to cover today are rounding nearest 10 or 100 only, then rounding money amounts, and then rounding puzzles. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well, right? So let's just start with the first lesson, that is rounding to nearest 10 and or hundreds only. Let's just start with the first lesson, that is rounding. So basically, we are going to learn what is rounding. Some of you already know how to round off the numbers, and some of you don't know. So let me just explain what is rounding, right? For example, you are given a number 68. The question is round the number to the nearest tenth, right? So find, go and see which number is at the 10th position. 8 is at the ones position and 6 is at the tens position. So here is the digit that is at the tens position. You always have to look on the right hand side of the digit that you have to round off. Like you have to round off the 10th digit, right? You have to see the right digit. The right digit to 10 is 8, right? You need to compare this number to 5. 8 is greater than 5 or less than 5. Stop talking, everyone, and focus on the lesson we are working on. 8 is greater than 5, right? If the number right next to 10th position is greater than 5, you have to round up. Round up means you need to add 1 to the tens digit. 6 plus 1 is 7, and replace the other digits with 0. So that means 68 is rounded off to 70. Got it? Okay, for example, you have the other one is, that is 34. 34 is rounded off to which 10th position? 34 is rounded off to which number? 30, right? Why? Because 3 is at the tens position, right? And on the right hand side of 3, you have 4, and 4 is less than 5. If this number is less than 5, you have to round on the same 10 and replace the other digit with 0. So it would be rounded off to 30, right? Now let's just start with the lesson, and the lesson is rounding. Okay, let's just discuss one related to hundreds position. Okay, the first one is 662. You have to round off to the nearest hundred. So how do we round off? The concept is exactly same. Now you have to round off 662 to the hundreds digit, right? Read the question carefully and see which digit you have to round off. You have to round off 6 digits, right? Hundreds digit. 106 is at the hundreds position. See the next digit on the right hand side. The right hand again 6. 6, you need to compare it to 5. 6 is greater than 5, right? That means you need to round up, add 1 to the 100 digit and replace the other digits with the 0. Okay, let's assume the same digit you have to um, round to the nearest 10, right? So here is the digit that is at the tens position, right? Next, on the right hand side, the number is 2. You have to compare 2 to 5. So 2 is less than 5. That means you need to round on the same 10. Just write 6 as it is and replace the other digit with 0. So it is 660. So rounding to 10 and rounding to 100 is a bit different. You need to see the place, which place you have to round off, right? So when you're reading the question, read the question very, very carefully and see which digit you have to round off, right? Okay, let's just start with the test questions. What is 717 rounded to nearest 100? So which is the correct option? Yes, the correct option is 717 is rounded off to 700. Very good. Okay, the next one is 27 rounded to the nearest 10, which is the correct option. 27 is rounded off to 27 is rounded off to 30. Very good. The correct option is 30. If any one of you need help with the questions, please write in the chat box, alright? I will explain in detail because most of you knows the answer. That's why, right? Okay, what is 463 rounded to nearest 100? So which is the correct option? Yes, 463 is rounded off to 500. Very good. The option is 500. What is 67 rounded to the nearest 10? So which is the correct option? 67 is rounded off to, yes, it is 70. The correct option is 70. 80? How 80 PK? What is 680 rounded to the nearest 100? Which is the correct option? Yes, it is 700. The correct option is 700. What is 594 rounded to the nearest 100? Which is the correct option? Yes, the correct option is 600. 594 is rounded off to 600. What is 51 rounded to the nearest 10? Which is the correct option? Yes, it is 50. The correct option is 50. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let's just move on to the next lesson, and the next lesson is rounding. Okay, let's just start with the test question that is exactly the same like we just did. Test questions, right? Okay, what is 12 rounded to the nearest 10? Which is the correct option? What is 12 rounded to the nearest 10? The correct option is rounded off to. Very good. The correct option is 10. 20? No, not 20. 10 is rounded. 12 is rounded off to 10. Basically, you need to see 12 is near to which 10, right? So 12 is just 2 points away from 10. So simply it is rounded off to 10, right? What is 830 rounded to nearest 100? So which is the correct option? Eight hundred thirty is rounded to. Very good. The correct option is 800. Yes, it is. 47 is rounded to 50. The correct option is 50. What is 393 rounded to nearest 100? Which is the correct option? Yes, 393 is rounded to 400. The correct option is 400. What is 672 rounded to the nearest 10? Which is the correct option? You have to round off to 10. You have to round to nearest 10, not 200, right? That is 672. So 7 is the digit that is at the tens position, right? You have to see the next one. The next one is 2. 2 is less than 5. That means you need to round on the same tens. 6, 7, and then replace digit with 0. So 672 is rounded off to 670. Got it? The correct option is 670. What is 856 to nearest 100? Which is the correct option? 856 is rounded off to 900. Option is 9. How 800? You have to nearest 100. 100 digit is 8. Just look on the board. 8 is the hundredth digit, right? Next to 8 you have 5. 5 is equal to 5, right? Either they are, you have to round up. 8 plus 1 is 9. Replace the other two zeros with 0. So the correct option is 900. Got it, everyone? 856 is rounded to 900. The correct option is 900. What is 872 rounded to the nearest 10? Which is the correct option? You have to round to nearest 10. Just read the question carefully. 872 is rounded to nearest 10. Which is the correct option? The correct option is 870. Right? The correct option is 870. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is rounding money amounts. Let's just start with the next lesson. We're going to round off the basically the money is usually represented by the numbers. So the rounding money amounts is same as rounding the numbers, right? What is 1.01 rounded to the nearest dollar, right? So that is $1 and 1 cent, right? You have to see the right next digit to decimal point. that is 0, and 0 is less than 5. That means you have to round on the same dollar. So that 1.01 is rounded off to $1. Let's just start with questions. Here you have to round money to the nearest dollars, right? For example, here you can see what is one rounded to nearest dollar, right? Here you have 3.11. This is the dollar amount and this is the amount in cents, right? So you have to that you need to round to the nearest dollar. This is the dollar. Right next you have 1, and 1 is less than 5, right? That means you have to round on the same dollar. So 3.11 is rounded off to $3. Got it? So 3.11 is up to $3. The correct option is 3. What is 3.30 rounded to the nearest dollar? Which is the correct option? Which is the correct option? The correct option is $3. 3.30 is rounded off to 3 or 4. No, that is just a 3. You have to round to the nearest dollar, right? Why you're confusing with the money amounts? They are exactly the same as numbers. You have to round to the nearest dollar. This is the $3, right? Just see the next digit, that is 3, and 3 is less than 5, right? That means you have to round on the same dollar, so it would be rounded off to $3. The correct option is 3, right? Please do not guess the answers, think and then answer. You guys just depend on the guessing. Okay, what is 83 rounded to the nearest dollar? Okay, think and then answer. Take your time, think and then answer. Very good. That is rounded off to $4. 3.83 is rounded off to $4. What is 1.01 rounded to the nearest dollar? Which is the correct option? Yes, the correct option is $1. Okay, the next one is what is 5.0 rounded to the nearest dollar, which is the correct option? Yes, it is $5. The correct option is 5. The next one is what is 1.61 dollars rounded to nearest dollar, which is the correct option? Yes, 1.61 is rounded to $2. The correct option is $2. What is $2.43 rounded to nearest dollar, which is the correct option? $2.43 is rounded to $2. The correct option is 2, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let's just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is the next one is rounding puzzles. Let's just start with the next lesson. Okay, so basically you are given with the puzzles. You have to read them carefully and have to find the missing numbers, right? Let's just start first one. The digit in a certain number is 2 and 1, right? To the nearest 10, the number rounds to 10. What number is it? Like the number is made up of only two numbers, right? The numbers are 2 and 1. But when you round off the number, it is rounded off to 10, which is the correct option. Which two numbers you can make from 2 and 1? You have two digits, 2, 1, right? You can make the numbers from these two digits 12 and 21. Which digit is rounded to 10? Can you hear me? Hello? Which number is rounded to 10? 21 is rounded to 10. Sorry, 12 is rounded to 10. Because if you round off 21, 21 is rounded off to 20. So the correct number is 12 because when you round off the number, it rounds to 12. So the number is 12. 12 is the number that is rounded off to 10. So the correct option is 12. Right? The correct option is 12. If you can hear me very, very, very well, so why don't you answer the questions I'm asking? Okay, the digits in a certain number are 6 and 2. To the nearest 10, the number is rounded to 30, which is the correct option. Which digit you can make from 6 and 2 is rounded off to 30, which is the correct option. Stop talking and focus on the question I'm asking. Which two numbers you can make from 6 and 2? No one is asking answering the questions I am asking. The digits you can make from 2 and 6 are 62 and 26. Which number is rounded to 30? 26 is rounded to 30, so the correct option is 26. The digits in a certain number are 7 and 8. To the nearest 10, the number rounds to 90. What is the number? Which number is rounded to 90? The correct option is 87 is rounded to 90. The correct option is 80. Very good. A number has digits 8 and 2. Then to the nearest 10, the numbers round to 30. Which number is it? The correct option is 28, right? 28 it is. The next one is a number has digits 5 and 2. To the nearest 10, the number rounds to 30. What is the number? Which is the correct option? 25 it is. The correct option is 25. A number has digit 3 and 4. The number to the nearest 10, the number rounds to 40, which is the correct option. Yes, it is rounded off. The number is 43. That is rounded off to 40, right? Okay, the next one is the digit in a certain number are 9 and 8. To the nearest 10, the number rounds to 90, which is what is the number? That is 89. 89 is rounded to 90. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 3 math. The chapter we were working on is rounding and estimate. The lessons we have covered today are rounding to the nearest 10 or 100 only, then rounding money amounts, and then rounding puzzles, right? So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice we did today. So if you need more help with the lessons, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9. Or either you can join me in the interactive session that would be daily from 4 to 5 and from 9 to 10. So if you have any question, you can ask. Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone.